Alright, so today I'm going to be showing you a Payday 2 money and XP glitch. And before I actually show you the glitch, all you need to do is come into the technician skill tree here, and it is the tower defense skill, and you will need to ace it to do this. Now I have made a few videos on this glitch before, and I've been getting a lot of comments recently of people saying that they can't do it, or they're struggling, or it's patched. For the new players who are watching this and want to level up and get money and XP from this, I'd recommend doing some of my other glitches because this one still is quite difficult. This glitch basically keeps the police in one part of the map, but they are still there, so they can actually shoot you. It's just you've got a decreased chance of that happening, and basically you have to run past them to complete the heist. So if you're playing on a high difficulty, and that way you'll get the most money and XP. If you're a new player and you're not that experienced, you might die. So you just want to get the contract, and it is the Santa's workshop. Now you can do this on any difficulty whatsoever, on any platform. It works on everything. But obviously if you want more money and XP, you will go on to death sentence. And the only difference is from these lower difficulties is that obviously you get a lot more money and XP, and also there will be snipers and maybe a turret outside if you do on the high difficulty, so that's why if you're a new player you probably die. But just for the video I'm going to go on to hard, and it does work on everything else, it just makes it a lot easier to record. Alright, so once you're in the game, all you want to do is come over to this part of the map over here, and it's actually behind this crate here, so you will need the 4 turrets in order to do this glitch, and the first one just goes behind here. You will have to put your mask on. And just there. And make sure you switch the fire mode just by pressing the interact button. You don't need any skills to do this, all you need to do is just interact with it, look at the turret and it'll say there, it'll bring up the prompt and just press it to make it go on single fire basically. This way if an officer does somehow make his way around here and gets trapped by this turret, the turret won't use all its ammo on the officer, because that way if the turret's run out of ammo the glitch will fail. So just keep it on single shot, so that way if a cop does come around here, then the chances are he won't run out of ammo. And it is best to try and stay hidden in this part, because the quicker the police are alerted you're here, the more chance this glitch has of failing. So basically just make sure you get the turrets down before the police assault happens, otherwise it won't work. So for this part all you want to do is just run over to the spot where I'm going. Just pause the video to make sure you get the placement correct. And it is just behind this bin here. And then put it on single fire. And then just follow where I go right now. And place 1 turret in this box here. And then just up here. Actually no, it's up there. And it's in this little box here. So as you saw, I got all these turrets down before the police assault happened, so this way the glitch will probably work. But it might not, it might take a few tries, just keep that in mind, it probably won't work on your first try. And obviously the enemies who are already in here will be in here, like these won't be affected by it because they were already previously here. So once you've killed all these, you should be fine. So the elves can be on either side, they can be over here or they can be over there. If you want the most money and XP from this, I'd recommend restarting until you get the maximum amount of elves you can. And it's helpful if they're all on this bottom level, so you don't have to go up the top, because sometimes some officers can be up there as well. So basically what this glitch does is basically the police target or are aggroed onto the turrets, but they can't actually get them because they are in safe places, like behind the bin. They can't actually get to it. In that box they won't actually be able to get to it, they'll just stand at a certain distance away, and they'll basically just be trapped around the turret and they won't be able to get to it, and they'll just stand there forever. So as you can see, this officer now is aggroed onto this turret in this room, and now you don't actually need to go there, you can just sit in these rooms with the elves here. And as I said before, it's better if they're all downstairs, because that way we won't have to go up to the different levels and risk getting shot or getting killed. So a few officers should spawn at the start, and then once you've killed the first few that come in the room, then you should be fine. So you can see a few are falling down here, but you can just kill these pretty easily. That's why if you're on a high difficulty and you're a new player, I'd recommend not doing this because you probably die. So 6 minutes in now and nothing's really happening, there's no police really storming the room like they usually would do. And they all are just sat around the map, as you can see, they are just stood there not doing anything instead of pushing you. And the police assault has actually just been called off, so if you want you can go ahead and finish off these last officers just for like a completely empty map, or you can just keep them there and just carry on as normal. And now you can just bag the presents and just throw them into a corner, and these elves can keep working for as long as you're in the high, so you can literally keep going for as long as you want. I'd recommend bringing a teammate along so they can bring an ammo bag, because obviously you can see I'm quite low on ammo already just from placing the sentry guns, because they take a percentage of your ammo when you place them. So you can see there is just an officer on the other side of this wall just stood there literally waiting for me to pop up, so if you stay crouched you basically can't be shot. So you can see currently now there's a police assault, but I'm literally in this room on my own. There's really nothing happening apart from the elves just making the bags. And if you're on a high difficulty and there are elves upstairs or in the other room and you just want to stick to this one, you can just use 1 or 2 elves if you want to, but obviously you won't get as much money or XP. So every police assault there will be about 1 to 3 officers that fall or come into the room, but they can just easily kill them, and then apart from that nothing else happens. So this is miles better than the original Heist on a high difficulty because there's basically just a reduced amount of police. And now you are free to just throw the presents into the escape and secure the money. Or you can just keep going forever, just making the elves make presents. So you can see over there, an officer was looking directly at the turret through the wall. Like he was trapped looking at the turret because he's trying to aggro on the turret when obviously it's through a wall, so he sort of just gets trapped and just like stand there. So that's basically how the glitch works. They will just be stood on the balcony looking at the turret even though they can't get to it. So they're basically just trying to kill an invisible target, which they cannot do. And within 10 minutes you can get about 5 or 6 bags, really not that difficult, which is obviously a few million in about 10 minutes. And you've basically just done nothing, you've literally just sat here and commanded these elves to make presents for you. So you can basically just go AFK whilst doing this, just to occasionally just prompt them to make more presents. Instead of whereas in a cook-off glitch you will have to constantly make the meth and you'll constantly have to pay attention, whereas this you don't. You can literally just sit in this corner and you will not probably be shot. And also if you do stay crouched and you don't actually shoot at the police officers, they will then aggro onto these turrets because that's the closest thing to them. And they'll actually just leave you alone unless you show yourself, and then they'll probably turn and look at you like that. So you can see he was literally looking through the wall at the turret and he would have stayed like that unless I just put my head up. So just stay down and they will stay focused on the turrets. And yeah, that's pretty much it. You can just keep going forever with this, make as much money as you want to, get as much XP as you want to, depending on the difficulty. Just make sure you can actually complete it on the difficulty you are setting, because otherwise you'll probably die. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So leave a like if you enjoyed the video, subscribe to my channel for more glitches and Payday 2 content, comment if it works or if you need help with this, and yeah, peace.